Right, today we're going to look at something called a memory limit. The same as your laptop, it has something called memory and it impacts a website speed. Now there are two things that I'm going to show you to check. The more memory you've got, the faster your website. One of the things is that a lot of servers restrict the access to memory, as well as WordPress sometimes does that itself. So if you just tweak one aspect and not the other, you won't get the full benefits. I'm going to show you how to do that properly today using cPanel. Let's jump right in. Let me just make this a bit smaller so you can see what we're doing. We're going to jump into File Manager. And the first thing we're going to do is jump across to your config file. And that looks like over that. And you're going to click Edit. And at the top, you're going to define the memory limit that the site can access. And again, this depends on your hosting and your server, how much you've got. If you've got around 2 gigs, you can go 2048 as an example. Define that as your memory limit. Make sure that with your hosting, work out the limit that the hosting can give you. So in this case, it's 2048. So we will enable that and we will click Save Changes. Actually, this one's 1024, but for demonstrations, I just had to change it for you. So 1024, and obviously you will save your changes, and that defines it in the config file. Now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to come across to PHP. I think it's PHP in the editor. And you are going to check that you've got access to the full amount here as well. Home directory. Oh, that should update. And over here, you will see a memory limit. Okay, so this tells you exactly what it can do. This sets the maximum amount of memory that a script can allocate. So if you increase this, it's going to give access to more memory. And that's file upload sizes. But this is what's very important, is that memory limit over there, that you give that as much as your server will let you, so that you can access that. The difference is some websites actually only have 48. That's tiny. That's just really, really, really tiny. So just make sure you increase this to the maximum allowed and you should see a good speed boost.